Alright, hey, what's going on, people? YouTube's Masculinish here. Now, everybody knows the Steam machines are coming. They're coming this year. And a lot of people have been complaining about just how confusing Valve went ahead and introduced these Steam machines. There's about 12 of them, and you could view them on the Steam store. And it's very confusing to a normal person. But I wanted to test just how confusing it was. Now, for me, it's kind of confusing anyway because I still have no idea what brand of GPU they're using half of the time. They either just say GTX or NVIDIA GTX video card, and that's it. They don't say the model number. They don't say if it's a 960. They don't say if it's a 980, 660, so on and so forth. And it's confusing for me. But when it boils down to what Valve is actually trying to do with this, is to bring console gamers, take it a little easier on them and bring them over to the PC side of things. Now, this was Valve's answer to that, which is introducing the Steam machines. And honestly, a lot of people think that they didn't do a good job at it. Like, they think that they're just going to confuse them, confuse console gamers and confuse the average consumer more than, building a normal PC. Because, you can walk into a shop, talk to people, tell them what you want to do, what you need to do. Sometimes they'll build a great PC for you, and then you walk out, you pay, or you walk up to the counter, pay for it all, and then 9 times out of 10, they'll build it for you in store anyway. So, it's more confusing to the average consumer than it actually should be. And that's a problem that a lot of people are having. I like PC gaming, and I also like console gaming. I'm leaning more towards PC gaming now, is because the 8th generation is kind of pissing me off a little bit, and I have some friends that are now strictly just PC gaming because they gave up after their 7th generation console were irrelevant, which is now, and they didn't go out and feeling like spending $500, so they went out and spent $500-600 on a PC that'll last them a while, and they get better performance out of it. And I have one friend who is just joining PC gaming. He has a laptop, and he wants to get a computer. So I told him about the Steam machines, and he says, "Well, what do I get? What do I do?" So I'm going to take this opportunity to show you and Valve and whoever watches this just how confusing they went about doing these Steam machines. The average consumer that I'm showing you, he just wants a computer. He doesn't know what he wants in it. Doesn't know why he doesn't know what graphics card is good. He doesn't know what GPU is good. He doesn't know what CPU is good. He doesn't even know what Steam machines are. As what they are. I told him what they were, like the general idea. And I'm going to run through these Steam machines with him, and I'm going to ask him, do you know what this is? Do you know what that is? And we'll see just how confusing this is, and we'll blow this out in the open. He's an average consumer, and he wants a PC, and we are going to talk to him, and I'll discuss with him, just to see how confusing it is for somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about, doesn't know what they're looking for, doesn't know what's good and what's bad about a PC. So let's get into this. So I'm here with my friend. We'll call him Kiwi because he doesn't like me saying my name, or saying his name, not my name. What the fuck?
My name, yeah.
Yeah, your name. So anyway, Kiwi, we're gonna start out with a couple of questions. First of all, how much do you know about computers?
I'd say the bare minimum.
So bare minimum. Okay.
Yeah, the computers get me on the internet. They have things inside them that do stuff, and I get buddies of mine to fix mine when things break. So, there you go.
Okay, so the last time you bought your laptop, the one that you have right now, you went to, what, Best Buy?
I think it was Best Buy, yeah.
And, you told them...
Do not go to Best Buy, just by the way.
and you told them you want a computer, right? And what'd they do?
Well, I didn't do that, but basically I came in there looking for a laptop, and then I looked at the laptops and realized most of them don't have multiple USB slots on the side. So that was the whole thing. But basically they brought me over to the laptops.
And then did they ask you, oh, what do you do on your laptop? What are you going to be doing?
Not really.
No, they just kind of said, "Here, this one's good. Take this one."
Yeah, they were shipping their stuff. They weren't really caring what I was doing with it.
Okay. So, just for people who are watching this video and have no idea what the hell Steam machines are, they're basically Valve's way of trying to get console gamers to move over to PC. Kind of make it a little easier for them because everybody thinks they're stupid, but whatever. So, essentially what this video is going to be about is I'm going to be talking to my friend Kiwi, and I'm going to run him through some of these Steam machines, and just for him to look at them and see just how confusing these things are to the average person. So we established that Kiwi went into a Best Buy as he needed a laptop, and he bought a laptop. No questions asked, brought it home, plugged it in, and it worked.
There you go.
And Steam machines are kind of like laptops in a sense because they have, some of them have integrated graphics, which is an APU, so it does both processing and graphics, but that's for another topic. Alright, so what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to look at is the prices of these things, okay? So, Kiwi, what's the first one say? The Alienware Steam Machine.
That's $479.
Okay, so that's pretty good. That's probably up to par with both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Well, I got my laptop at cheap, right? I got it like $290 something, I think. And it's lower tier for gaming, trust me.
Oh, for sure. And then the second one, this alternate Steam Machine. How much is that?
I'm pretty sure that's pronounced alternate, but that is $10.99.
Yeah, so that's $1,099.99 up to.
That's two prices. That's from $10.99 to $19.99.
So would you pay that for a computer?
It depends on how good it is.
Okay, we'll get into that later.
I'd pay that for like a super awesome, has liquid nitrogen in the thing, and gives you foot massages sort of computer, but like not for your average tier sort of thing.
And then the one underneath that, the Asus ROG or Rogue.
That's ROG. I don't know what it means.
Whatever. So that one is $699.99, which is pretty good. That's probably a good. That's probably like what I have now, but my prices for my parts went down since I bought them, a year and a half ago. But anyway, and then the other one underneath it is $699.99, which is also decent. And then we get down to this ridiculous ass one. So this Falcon Northwest Tiki Steam Machine. Read that shit.
Yeah, that's $19.99 to $49.99.
So what would you expect for a $4,999.99 computer?
I don't know. That's like half my student loans, so wouldn't know what to expect. I'd expect it to drop a nuke on my enemies. Something.
And then we have this Gigabyte Bricks Pro, so it's $599.99, which is not that bad still, not that bad. And then this iBuyPower SBX.
SBX.
Which is $59.99, which is, I think, is the price of both the PS4 and Xbox One right now. So that's basically.
Enhance your living room. This sleek, award-winning design. Sorry.
Stop selling shit now.
Okay, fine.
Buy this one. And then we have this Mini Gear Drift, which is $849.99, which is still not that bad.
That's around rent. That's higher tier for me.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. And then $899 for the Material.net Steam Machine. And then the next box, which is anywhere between $799 to $99 or fucking whatever. Which is a bunch of money. Yeah. And then an Origin, which is, if you don't know who owns Origin, EA does.
Oh yeah, don't do Origin. Just fucking throw it out the window.
And then we have the Origin for $899 to $4,099.99. And then we have a Scan 3XS ST Steam Machine. Man, that's a mouthful.
God, the acronyms.
I know, right? That's probably about $1,000 to $2,000. We'll just call it that. And then we have the Cyber Steam Machine, which is probably $499. Yeah, $499 to $1,399.
Well, it's from $499 to $1399, right?
Yeah, and then this Web Helen whatever bullshit S15.
I like the logo here. It has gears on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, gears with steam.
Steam gears.
Yeah, that's actually cool. And then the Zotac Steam Machine, which is the last one for $1,000.
Practically, yeah.
Okay, so the first question I'm going to ask you about this, if you were to, you were in the market for a Steam Machine, and you came on here, right?
Uh-huh.
What would be the first thing you would think of as soon as you come to this page and you see there's like 12 of these different things?
Well, the first thing I would think of before coming here is, if I'm going to buy something, it's going to be within a budget. I would consider my budget, because I'm a very financially minded individual. You should know that by now.
Yeah.
Now, my budget, just say I were to buy some, computer, console, hybrid sort of gaming thing. If I were going to, I'd have disposable income. I'd probably have around maybe 600 budget. So I'd look at the ones for 600 that sound the greatest. Like this Cyber one for $49.99 or $4.99. Wow. I'd probably read it. I'd probably go to the store page, look at it, sort of stuff like that. I'd look at the schematics and stuff or whatever. Basically, if it has like I don't know, a number of RAM, then I'd probably go for the more RAM, more memory, more CPU power. I guess I don't know.
All right, so that's the iBuy Power one that you said.
Huh? Oh, I didn't say a specific one.
Well, okay, we'll go with the iBuy. The iBuy Power is $459.99.
Sure, I haven't looked at it, but if I were going to, why not? In this hypothetical scenario, I'm looking at this one.
All right, so okay for the iBuy Power.
Yeah, let's take a look at the store page.
All right, let's click on that then. So here are some pictures.
It looks cool.
It does indeed. It does indeed. So let's see what it says over here. It says SBX was bred to enhance your living room. This sleek award-winning
design was made to blend the love of games with the enjoyment of a media center. You can now play all your favorite games on your gorgeous big screen.
God damn it. We had to click on that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Alright, so, there you have it, some pictures, whatever like that. Now we'll move down to hardware specifications.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and look at those hardware specifications and read them out to me.
Price starting at yada yada, we already know that. CPU, AMD Anthlon, trademark, X4840. GPU is ATI Radeon TM R7 250X 1GB GDDR5. The RAM is 4GB RAM up to 8GB RAM. This is nice, I think. Storage is 500GB HDD up to 1TB. So as far as I know, that's a good amount.
Alright, so just by looking at that, right? Can you tell if it's a good computer or not?
I'd say it's good, but like the one thing it said 1GB, and that isn't a lot of much, so I don't know. I would not be able to tell you anything.
So you wouldn't be able to sit there and say, that's pretty damn good for $260 or $460. I'm gonna buy this.
I'd talk to my friends, but yeah.
So you would have to, talk around and, ask questions, basically what it is, correct?
I don't know, like any computer.
Well, there you go. So, it brings me to the biggest problem, but we'll get to that after this. We're just gonna go back to the last page we were on. And we're gonna go to that ridiculously outrageous priced one for like $1,000 to $4,000. The Falcon.
What about the one that was just $4,900 or whatever?
No, we'll go. There was one that was just $4,900.
Oh wait, no. I was thinking of the Tiki.
Yeah, go to the Falcon Northwest Tiki.
The Tiki.
Don't watch the video. Just look at the pictures. That's a pretty decent, cool looking, computer, whatever. Like you can customize the case.
Still loading.
I'm just talking until it loads for you. So here's like these pictures, they're cool, and I think this is one that you can customize your case if you want, say, like flames on the case or something. They'll put them on there for you. Fuck for almost for $5,000, they better fucking custom paint that shit. All right. Here's the specs. You can look at them before we get in here.
Okay. Yeah, you have to forgive me. I own a laptop, so my leg is unmatched.
Oh, this
Okay. So the hardware specifications.
Yep. Now read those out to me.
Prices, we know that. CPU is Intel registered trademark Core trademark. Sorry. Up to i7-4790K. GPU is NVIDIA GeForce GTX 900 series, including Titan and Titan Z class. Memory up to 100 or up to 16 gigabytes of DDRS or DDR3. Wow, I cannot read today. 1866 megahertz. Storage is up to 8 terabytes. Damn. Of SSD or SSDs and a standard HDD. Completely customizable configurations. Liquid-cooled CPU. There's a read more, but I'm not going to.
Overclocking available, only 4 inches wide, and 40% smaller than our Frag box, small form factor PC.
Frag box.
Do you know what the term overclocking means?
Roughly. There was, for anyone like me who's a casual for computer shit, there's an episode of Futurama where, Bender overclocks himself. You know, it's in season 5, I believe. You can check it out. But yeah, there's, basically, you make it so it can, like, run faster and better or whatever.
Exactly. Alright, so now looking at these specifications, would you say that this was a decent computer?
I'd say it's better than the other one, but I wouldn't be able to say if it's good or not.
And just off the top of your head, how much better than the other one do you think it is?
I'm gonna say at least 15 tiers. But I pulled that out of my ass, so don't hold me to that, you know?
Also, do you know what an SSD is?
Super standard drive.
Close. It's a solid state drive.
Oh, well, I don't know what a solid state for computers is.
Okay, well, you know there's hard disk drive.
Yeah,
And then
more
a
or
solid
less.
state drive. Solid state drive. The two main differences between those is a hard drive has moving components and an SSD does not.
Oh, alright.
Alright, do you also know what the heck a liquid cooled CPU is?
Oh, that I know, yeah. I made a joke about that earlier.
Alright, good. What about a,
liquid coolant is, like, better.
Alright, so we saw in the last one that, the last one had like a, for the GPU, something like, can't remember now. Damn it. But anyway, if you were to look at the GPU, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 900 series, if you were to look at the 900 series, and, like if you saw GTX 900 series, and then you saw, say, GTX 660 series, or 600 series, which one would you think was better?
Well, first of all, I wondered where the other 898 series are, but I'm pretty sure the 900 would be better since it's more new. Even though that isn't mostly the case, sometimes it is.
Alright, and what about this Core i7-4790K?
Oh no, I'm always hearing people fucking talk about Intel Core bullshit, so I assume it's good.
Technically, it can be.
Whatever.
Alright. So this brings me to the conclusion of this video. Well, actually, yeah. So out of those two that you looked at, right?
Uh-huh.
Did you make your decision which one you would want to buy? Not based on price, like you have unlimited money, not based on price, just which one would you buy?
Oh, well, not based on price, because price is the only thing I actually ever care about. Like, I would literally buy a turd described as a computer if it were $3. But, yeah, if unlimited money, then I would get the more expensive one.
Okay, and why is that?
Because it has more shit in it, probably runs better. It probably has, like, 12 screens you can look at all at once. You know, it's pretty cool.
Alright, which brings me to the first complaint that people have made, okay? So while you're looking at these, right, you assume that the more expensive it is, the better it is.
Well, if it has more stuff in it, it's probably better, yeah.
Okay, well, that TQ that we were looking at, all that stuff that was listed was not all going to be in there. It was options that you could put in there instead of the other part.
Oh, okay.
So it was giving you like a list of things that you can put in there without giving you specified what's actually in there.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the what the heck was it? The iBuyPower one that we were looking at was basically almost the same thing. It said, well, you can put 4 gigs of RAM in it, or you could put 8 gigs of RAM in it. So if, say, you play, what games do you usually play?
In general?
Yeah, in general.
Well, I play this web browser game called Town of Salem quite a lot, but on Steam I play Speedrunners, I play TF2, Gary's Mod, I do Roller Coaster Tycoon occasionally, Game Dev Tycoon, stuff like that.
Alright, so your reasoning for going with the Falcon Northwest is because it was, you thought it was better because it's more expensive.
Well, I thought it was better because it has more crap in it, but yeah.
Or more crap in it, which is, you know, more expensive, whatever.
More stuffed with to the brim with things.
Which in reality, if you were to buy the iPower one, you'd be fine playing Team Fortress and Speedrunners and Town of Salem on it.
Well, I'm more or less fine with my laptop.
Exactly, so you wouldn't need much more power than your laptop to run those games, right?
No.
And this is the problem that people are having, is that they're overpricing these things.
Mm-hmm.
Because they assume that a lot of people who are coming from consoles over to PC, there's like this weird ass thing that people believe that people who game on, you know, consoles know absolutely fuck all about computers, and imagine that you have to spend, you know, $2,000 to play a simple game of TF2.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's why they're priced so high, is because, you know, we're stupid. There's a lot of console gamers that know absolutely nothing about computers.
Well, admittedly, I was a console gamer for practically all my life. It was the last couple of years I moved to PC.
There you go, right? And you still kind of lean towards the more expensive one, like your reasoning is because there was more in there, but it was still quite expensive for what it actually is.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And then, not to mention, you were like reading these things, and you're like, what the hell does this even mean? Like, what the hell is a GTX 900 series? Like, what the hell is it?
Well, the thing is, I grew up on the internet, so, like, people who don't know that you need to check your facts and have experts behind you are kind of not the ones who should be buying this stuff. You know, you gotta ask people, you gotta figure out what's going on. Like, you can't just be like, oh yeah, you know, Titan Z class, you know, this is perfectly fine. You gotta go ask some people who know what they're talking about, what is going on. And people you trust at that. You don't want to go to, like, Best Buy or whatever.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that people will go to Best Buy.
Yeah.
And when they go to Best Buy, then, you know, of course, they need to make a quota, they need to sell high things, and they always tend to sell, you know, the higher price bullshit that people really don't need. For what they need to do. Like, I remember the one time I was in Best Buy, and this one kid was like, oh, I want to play Minecraft, and the one guy's like, oh, that's very GPU intensive, you need a $1,000 video card to play this game. Like, no word of a fucking lie. And they're trying to make console gamers go over to PC, and clearly this is not how to do it. They have 12 Steam machines, and all of them have, you know, different GPUs, different CPUs, different every fucking thing. And to somebody like you, that would be confusing as hell, where you would have to go ask other people, what do I get?
Well, I don't view it as a problem, but I know a lot of people would.
Yeah, like we were talking earlier about, you know, the Xbox 360. You bought the Xbox 360 because your friends had it, and you knew it worked. You didn't care what the hell was in it.
Yeah, that's actually the exact reason I got it.
Exactly, and that's the same reason why I had an Xbox 360. I wasn't asking people, oh, what hardware is in this thing? Is it going to run the latest games? Like, no. I just knew it worked. And that's what everybody magically thought that these Steam machines were going to be. It was going to be, you know, a streamlined thing. And if a console gamer like you wanted to, you know, become a PC master race, you would buy this machine and it would just play the PC games.
Yeah.
And now, what if I told you that Zotac, or the Tiki that you read, is that 900 series card? But there is no just 900 series. There's a 900, there's a 960, there's a 980, there's a 970. And
well, I'd probably want that one.
Yeah, but it doesn't specify which card it is. It just says it's a 900 graphics card. So
well,
you could be...
I'm shit out of luck.
Yeah, so you could be paying $4,000 potentially for a... What is it? What's the oldest? 960, I think, is the oldest that they have.
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, I think it's the 960. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to it, but and I think the newest one is a 980. I don't know. They know another problem is they number the graphics card randomly as hell. And then on top of that, with different hardware for each Steam machine, developers who want to make games, for Steam still aren't 100% sure that it's going to run on everybody's machine. Because with consoles, when a developer makes a game, they make sure that it works on that specific hardware, and then they know it works for every single Xbox 360 ever.
Well, yeah, because they sort of have to. It's expected of them.
Exactly, right? And they don't really necessarily have to do that on PC. But the way that they're trying to, market PCs now as consoles, for the living room, which is what the console is supposed to be, and they're not streamlining it and making it easy for, the average consumer to know what the hell is going on, it's a difficult thing to look at. Because, if I was looking at this myself, I would have a general, a slightly, or probably mildly above over, the average consumer, because I know a decent amount about computers to know what I want, to know what each part does, which part works with the other part, and such like that. And, I have the perfect capability to figure out which GPU goes with my, my motherboard and my CPU and stuff like that. And, like I keep stressing enough as it is, these Steam machines are supposed to make it easy for people, but it really doesn't. Because that iBuyPower one that you were looking at, if you were to buy that within 4 years, that hardware in there would be irrelevant, and you'd be having the same problems on that you're having on your laptop right now trying to run games.
Yeah, but I'd just still not give a shit. It'd be mine.
I know, but you're playing on a TV with your controller in hand and it's lagging like crazy because it just doesn't fucking run on it properly, right?
Yeah.
And not to mention, each of these are going to be coming with SteamOS.
Yeah, and SteamOS.
And, nobody really knows much about that. You don't know much about it, do you? You probably know absolutely fuck all about it, right?
Well, I could look it up, but I don't care.
Exactly, you gotta think, some, say, I don't know, fucking 15-year-old kid wants to buy one of these, or ask his parents for Christmas, and say your mom sat down and started looking at this, would she even know absolutely anything they're talking about, other than that it's a computer and it does computing things?
My mom? Probably not.
My mom would sit down here and look at 12 of these and be like, what the fuck am I looking at? What the hell is a Cyber Steam machine? What the hell is a Web Holland Steam config? What the hell is a Zotac? She probably wouldn't even get past the first page. She probably wouldn't even know how to click on view store page, okay?
Well, that's just our moms. Our moms are not technologically advanced.
God, no. But there's probably a lot more moms out there that,
Yeah, I am getting that.
Yeah, so basically, proving my point, and to sum it all up, is these things are confusing and need to be fixed, or either have a set hardware like consoles, because consoles have been coinciding beside PCs since the fucking 80s? Before that?
85.
And now they're basically like computers, so this is no different, but they're making it still like computers, where they're not streamlining it. They're not making it easy for normal consumers to go out and pick it up and just it works. And that's the problem. So I proved my point with my friend Kiwi here.
Yo.
He went for the most expensive one because it had more stuff in it, which means,
you told me I had no budget.
Yeah, which is why I gave you that, so that way I knew you would pick the more expensive one, because to be honest, that's the way that I used to view things when I didn't search up things. I thought, hey, the more expensive TV was the best TV. You know what I mean?
I'm actually the same way, even with a budget. I go for the cheapest thing despite what's in it.
Yeah, now I try to tend towards, value for my dollar, but that's because I'm 20.
I don't even really give a fuck what I'm getting, just as long as it's in my budget.
Exactly. But anyway, I'm going to leave that video there. Post down in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think these things are confusing to you? I don't care. Get your grandma to come in and watch this video and see if she can pick up any word that I said. Other than, normal language or normal English words that I'm using. Yo, grandma, swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty.
What the fuck?
Try to figure that out. But anyway, as always, I'm Masculinish.
Hit the big red subscribe button down below.
Yeah, hit the big red subscribe button, and that's my friend Kiwi, and thanks for helping me out with this.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'll see you in another video, and probably you'll see Kiwi at some point too.
Later.
Toodles. Hey, on a mobile phone? No problem, I got you covered. If you want to watch one of the featured videos, Featured 1 and Featured 2, look down in the description. If you want to continue watching the series, look down in the description for next parts when available.